Hi everyone, my name is Danielle. I'm with Trinity Readings. I'm going to be doing a reading for you today, just a quick daily read for November 6th and November 7th, and this will be for all air signs. That will be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is a general read, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, don't get too caught up on the date. If you happen to see this a week or a month from now, it was meant for you to see it then, and it's meant for you to see it at that time. So don't get too caught up on the dates. So let's see what the energy is for you guys for the next couple days. I know, again, I think I've said this in most of the videos over the last week or so. It really has been a very intense energy, especially with Mercury going into retrograde and everything else. But it does seem like overall, this next coming week, this energy is going to calm down a lot. And I also do feel like there's going to be a lot of positive revelations and realizations over the next couple days that are going to give you a more positive outlook. Let's see what the energy is for you guys. Wow, it looks like you guys are probably have recently done or are in the process of doing a lot of inner work within yourself, looking inward more a lot lately, and it's bringing you to this really major transformation within yourself. I think more of how you see yourself more than anything. I think you're having a different view on yourself. I definitely think lately you're really looking. You've really been looking deep into what your fears are and to what has been holding you back and what has been keeping you feeling stuck. With the Hermit next to the Eight of Swords, I feel like that means that you're really going deep and really examining your fears, and you're really examining where you've been stuck in your life. I feel like you're seeing more of being stuck in a thought process than anything, and being aware of where that thought process stemmed from. It's probably a negative thought process that has kept you stuck. The first card being the Death card, I feel like overall you're going through a major transformation, and that's what is causing you to really look inward over these next couple days. So that's probably been the energy you've probably been in probably over the past week, really kind of shutting the world out for a little bit and really taking a lot of time to focus within yourself. Even though that all seems like, these cards all kind of seem like a lot of really dark energies. But that's really positive because the Hermit is in the middle of this, and so I feel like you're kind of looking into the shadow self, looking into your fears, looking into that deep dark part of yourself, which is a beautiful thing because that's how we all have our dark side, we all have our shadow side, we all have our fears, and when we're able to acknowledge it, to even just look at it for a second, that's what helps us release and transform those energies into something more positive. So although I feel like those cards are kind of dark looking, I feel like this is a very positive energy for you guys right now. Sorry, I have a lot of problems talking today. Yeah, you're definitely coming into a whole new cycle within your view of yourself, and I think that your path of life in general, I feel like you're kind of shifting your views on what you want right now. Yeah, I feel like if this is in the center, this is the Five of Wands. I feel like there's been a lot of struggle lately, just a lot of struggle, probably over the past, probably at least over the past month. And I think you're in that energy where, if you look at the two cards on the side, in reference to this, she's looking away from the conflict, and the Fool is also focusing away from the conflict, looking up at something better. So I feel like that's your energy. You're ready to get out of this external conflict with other people. You're ready to just get out of conflict altogether, and you're ready to focus on something new. I feel like you've probably been struggling with a lot lately, just a lot more This is a very competitive energy. So to me, maybe you feel like you've been fighting for something, or have been felt like you've had to fight for something, and I just feel like you're tired of fighting for it. Yeah, you're definitely looking in a more positive direction right now. Yeah. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. And to me, that represents leaving something behind, seeing something bigger for yourself. And it could be something that's painful. That the Eight of Cups is emotion. So it's something that you've put a lot of emotion into, and just put a lot of time and effort into. And maybe something that you've cared a lot about. So maybe this is really kind of taking that final step to leave behind a relationship that I feel like is a relationship that maybe has been over for a little while, but it needs that final step away from it. If this is a relationship, I just feel like this relationship has just been a very competitive kind of relationship where almost like neither of you ever feel like you're good enough for the other person, or there's just always that competitive energy, like I do more, you do more. To me, it seems like you're wanting to bring more balance into a relationship where you felt like in the past that you haven't really been given that balance in the relationship. Maybe you feel like you have to give more than the other person. And justice is all about the desire to restore balance. I feel like also that this doesn't just involve a relationship. I feel like for some of you, you've been dealing with conflict. I feel like with a lot of either family members or just people that have at one point been really close to you. And I feel like there's been these struggles between you and I feel like it might even be more than one person, but I feel like there's just been this constant struggle where no matter what you do, there's just always some kind of attack, always some kind of argument. So again, if you look at this energy, this woman is looking away. The world is looking away. You're looking away from the conflict. You're wanting to step away from the conflict. You're wanting to look inward and find out what is it in me that is attracting this energy? How can I get out of this energy? And I feel like you're just ready to restore balance. So I feel overall the energy for you over the next couple of days is just really seeing the people in your life that are causing conflict, and conflict that you're just not ready to deal with anymore, and be willing to just kind of step away from that energy. Even if you're stepping away from it for just a little while, I feel like just the act of just stepping away from all that conflict right now is really going to help you even see deeper into yourself and give yourself more of a strength and a confidence to see something bigger for yourself. So let's see what else we got for the energies for you this week. Do we have the next couple of days for air signs, please? Look, right on the bottom again, that eight of cups, and that's saying that you are definitely in this very strong energy of just ready and willing to leave anything painful behind, just ready to move, look to something better, look to something bigger. I feel like you're just tired, you're worn out. I do feel you have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is all about communication. The Page of Swords is about gaining information, is about learning something new. Right under it, we have the Three of Swords with the King of Wands. The Three of Swords is all about heartache. And the King of Wands is all about being very passionate about something and being strong and being willing to stand your ground and feeling passionate about yourself. I feel like for some of you, maybe you have found out something about somebody that you've been dating that it just didn't set right with you, and you're seeing this person in a different light. I feel like maybe you're seeing this person as more of kind of an ego driven person than anything, or just somebody who's very just more the King of Wands is usually a good card, and I don't know what it is about this card that makes me feel like it's more ego than anything, because it kind of resembles the Devil card in this deck. Not that I feel that this person is a bad person. I just feel like you've been maybe trying to begin something with somebody who is just not really focused on that right now, and so they kind of have they just kind of have this ego energy. And I feel like you're ready to move towards something that's more solid and stable. And the seven of wands is just standing up for yourself, is going after something for yourself no matter what the cost. So I do feel that this could also mean that this is a time where you're having to have a difficult conversation with somebody, where you're telling this person, look, this is, you're being honest with this person. I want something solid. I want something stable. No matter what I have to do to get it, that's what I want. And that's the energy you're in. You don't want, anything half-assed or stable right now. You want something that makes you feel good, and you're willing to tell this person or even anybody new that's coming into your life, I don't want to play games. I don't, this is what I want. You're being very honest with this person about what you want. Whether that person walks away right now or not, you're ready to communicate that, and you're ready to get this next step going in your life. I'm going to ask what surprises you guys may have coming in the next couple of days. Hopefully they're good ones. Otherwise, I'll just cut it out. No, I won't do that. What surprises do you guys have coming in the next couple days for you guys? Again, that damn 8 of Cups. Y'all are ready to go. Sorry. It doesn't feel like something that you're feeling really super sad about. It feels more of an excited energy than anything. Oh, look, we have the Lovers on the bottom. Okay. Here's your surprise. I feel like when you really make that ultimate decision over the next couple days to have that conversation, to really let this go, to really focus on something bigger, to really focus on that solidity that you want, I feel you're going to find that just making that shift in your own energy and that decision within yourself and having that conversation to move in that direction is really going to help you release a lot of big burden. And you're really going to find that it's just going to help you feel more peaceful, and it's just going to give you this more restful energy, and you're going to feel more balanced within yourself, and you're going to feel good about your decision. And because I feel like just the energy of making that decision within yourself, this is what I want. It's just releasing everything. It's releasing this thing that you've held on to that maybe was not working. And that brings you, 3 of Pentacles is all about building a solid foundation. And that could be in a relationship, that could be in a job as well. I do feel like this has more to do with the relationship than anything. And we have the Lovers on the bottom, and then, oh my God, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the 6 of Cups. So I feel that taking that step to have that conversation, to say, this is what I want a commitment, I want a stable relationship, just the act of doing that and shifting your focus to that's manifesting that relationship that you want. That's bringing you that soulmate relationship that you want. All these 3 cards together, this is a very, very powerful relationship. This is an absolute soulmate connection. This is a past life connection. I don't think it gets much better than these three cards together. And that could very well be this person that you're having this open conversation with and saying, this is what I want, and I'm ready to let this go if this is not what I get. This could very well be that person. Once you step away, having that realization that, oh my God, I really need to offer her something. But this could also be you letting go of that past energy completely is what is manifesting, this new beautiful soulmate relationship. I do feel like overall that's what you're that's what you're wanting. That's what you're wanting to move towards. You're wanting that deep connection. You're wanting that loving connection. And so you're seeing what it is that is holding you back from having that. And you're willing to face it, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to move towards that, whether it be have a difficult conversation right now, whether it be just walking away from something, or even just letting go of the fear of starting something new. You're ready to do it, and the minute you shift your focus to that, it's coming right then. That's when you're going to manifest it. So that's good. All right, now we're going to get just a few more cards just for overall guidance for the next couple days for you guys. What guidance do we have for air signs for the next couple days? Okay. For guidance, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of consistency, of hard work. It's also of working towards something meaningful. So I think your guidance right now is to really focus on what it is it that you want to manifest, and really begin taking those steps to work consistently towards that goal. The Knight of Swords represents somebody going after something really fast. This is also fast and cutting communication. And with the Five of Swords following it, I feel like what the guidance is, to me, the Five of Swords is to me in this deck is saying you're going back and fighting something that's pointless, or you're having the same conversation, or you're repeating the same pattern that does not need to be repeated. So I feel like what the guidance here is saying is to really keep that focus on what it is you want, and be consistent with it. And if something comes in, some unexpected communication, or the opportunity to have, this kind of is about an argument, so I feel like this is saying don't entertain these arguments, and don't entertain the arguments where one person wants to win, or where you feel that you have to win. I feel like what this is saying is be very direct in your communication. Be very direct with what you want. Don't put any emotions to it. Be very clear about what it is that you want during this time with anybody in your surroundings, whether this be, friends, anything. Don't get back into, don't get involved in any arguments right now, really. Mercury's in retrograde. So I do feel in that sense, you got to kind of have a little bit more patience with everybody around you. But I do feel like, don't let yourself get distracted by any kind of negative conversations. If you're having a conversation with this person and you're trying to let them know what you want, if they try to bring up past stuff or bring up arguments, just do what you can to just avoid it and say, listen, this is what I want. This is what I want. No matter what I have to do to get this, this is what I want. Don't entertain arguments. Don't say, you did this to me, you hurt me. That's not going to get you anywhere. So I feel overall the guidance for you is just to be very consistent with your communication. Be very consistent with working towards the goal that you want to work towards, and be very clear with your communication right now. Be very clear on what you want, and keep your focus on that, and don't go back don't go back to try to fight old arguments again, or get into, difficult conversations with the same people over and over and over again. I feel like what this is saying is you're in the process of manifesting your what you want, manifesting your own dreams. So don't go back and try to keep having the same pointless argument over and over and over again. So I hope you guys have a great next couple days. I will see you guys again on Friday with some weekly reads. Much love. Bye-bye.